Hey. Alright, so let's get into this. So the first step is to select the base color of your eye. And you can edit the eye shape however it is. I don't really like this Pac-Man looking shit. Wow, English. So I just I just fill it in with the base color, and then I go back around to fix the circle, oval, whatever, shut up. Anyways, so then we just select the iris and just select it. Make sure you also get the outer ring, get it all together. Yeah. Anyways, so okay, I guess you don't have to get the outer ring. Just get the inside, okay? Just color it all one color. Get rid of that stupid shadow that Gacha Club gave you. And then just cover the top part with the darker color that goes around your eye. Alright? Go over that shadow area again, and then just create these two lines at the bottom while also creating your pupil. Okay, I know I skipped that part, but that's because it took me ages. Just draw a little squiggly in the front, in the middle, okay? See, it's just a circle with another circle going around it. If you hear someone screaming in the background, it's my brothers. They're playing video games. That's what they do, and these walls are probably made of paper. Anyways, so get an even darker color and just outline the outside of your shadow. And you can go into that, we're just going to call that the half oval thing, even though it's not half. You can go into your half oval thing and like refine it a little bit. Anyways, getting a brighter color and just scratching in like these little weird square shapes. They're supposed to be highlights of the eye, because without highlights your character looks, well, insane. You can also soften it up by smudging it or blending it. You don't have to if you don't want to. Anyways, get the most saturated eye bleeding color you possibly can and use it very sparingly at the bottom of the eye. And then just make little circles that part from it, and you could do less opacity so that it kind of fades away. Okay, and now I'm just getting a smudge brush and I'm going back and forth with my pen, or you could use your finger, whatever you're using for your damn drawing, and just going back and forth to create this weird scribbly look. From up close it looks ugly as shit, but from far away it looks very beautiful, just like my face. Just kidding, it looks good from up front too. No, it doesn't. Okay, anyways, so just go up and down where it creates a sharp shape, and if you don't like how sharp it looks, then fret not. You can just simply use your smudge brush to soften it up a bit. You can also just use the blur pen like on Iris Paint and just blur the outside if you don't want something that looks this flashy or whatever. I also like to go back and forth with the yellow details. I feel like it really makes everything else look, like kind of tied together, and it makes things look more detailed even though you didn't really do anything about it. Anyways, I'm getting rid of that gray shadow there because I like to do everything myself. Accepting help is hard. So just get rid of that gray shadow thing and you can edit your eyelashes. I didn't really like how the eyelashes stopped so high up, and I like to add just like one little lash there. I feel like it makes her cuter and prettier. Also, they're completely uneven. Anyways, beautiful. No, that's not beautiful, it's terrible. Delete it. Okay. Sometimes less is more. Instead of doing a billion little strokes, just do one stroke. Just have one stroke. Anyways, carrying on. So, before anyone asks, does this work with other eye colors? Yes, it does. You just need to know how to properly select your eye colors. Like, you just need to know how to select your goddamn colors, okay? The recipe is just the base color, then a very highlighted, saturated, bright version for the bottom part, and for the top is just, a darker version. I like to keep everything equally saturated, like everything saturated. Aside from the eye highlight. The eye highlight, I saturate it just a little bit less because, it's a highlight and I don't want everything to be so incredibly saturated. Sometimes balance is a good thing. Saturation mixed with desaturation, sharp edges, soft edges, all those things, okay? It's good to have a mix of a lot of things together. It can make things look a little more harmonious. Again, don't restrict yourself to this. It completely depends on your art style. At the bottom, I like to do little eyelashes. You obviously don't need to do this. but it looks kind of just naked down there, like it looks barren. I don't like it, so I make her eyelashes because I think it looks pretty. Anyways, just select your skin color, but get a more saturated version of it. And I ended up with this weird peachish color, and you can make it like more towards pink or something if you'd like. Completely depends on you. I hope you don't hear my brother screaming. Anyways, and then just drawing at the bottom of her eye like she's crying and the top of her eye, because I like it like that. Yeah. Oops. Okay, I have to be careful not to smudge the muddy colors of everything else into there. So it's best if I just take my brush and have it like fade on its own. You could also use it to shade other parts of the body, but I think I'll just keep it around the eyes. Anyways, getting my airbrush, I'm just brushing at the bottom of the eyes for some blushes. I like to keep the blush very close to the eyes and not too like far down. I feel like it just looks better. I don't know why it annoys me when people have their blush so far down. Yeah, I'm just picky as hell. Anyways, and you could draw like a million lines down. You could draw them vertically or horizontally, whichever way you like. I change mine all the time, but for now I'm just gonna drop them down. Anyways, you can also then just like blur up the edges of your eyes, because I feel like it just looks a little bit too hard. Like, I think like something that's like a lot softer. Yeah. Anyways, so now I just am going over the eyelid with my shadow color because I like it that way. The eyelid looked a bit too abrupt and it kind of popped out too much. I didn't like it. Just drew a little bit of a nose because it was annoying me. Do you think I'm gonna draw her mouth? You're absolutely wrong. Anyways. So the base color of my eye is red, so I just got a lighter red and put it on the middle and on the tips of her lashes. I'm just squiggling it in there, okay? And then getting a very, very saturated color and just putting it in the middle, being very sparing with this. I just want it to give like this glossy kind of shining look. Yeah. Anyways, drink water. I'm gonna cough in the mic now. I'm dehydrated. You probably are too. Drink water. Was that irritating? I hope it was. I also hope you're wearing headphones. Anyways, on a new layer, set it to multiply. You can get a warm color or a cool color, but I like warm. So when dealing with multiply, I try not to be too saturated. So I just go over my eye, and then I get an even saturated lighter color, and then I just put it at the very end of the shadows, which creates like a surface scattering effect. Okay, I feel like it makes it look very pretty. I also like to balance things out with a cooler color. I usually like to mix purples and reds together, not really like purples and blues. I can't really get them to blend as well. So yeah. And now I'm just coloring into the little parts that I think need some coolness, which is usually just towards the top, okay? I'm not doing this completely randomly, but just don't overthink it. Anyways, I'm just dabbing on some of the warmer colors. This is on a overlay layer. Yeah, so I'm just getting a pink color to put on her eyelashes and a, just whatever more saturated color you want anywhere, just to make things look more, poppy, like beautiful. Anyways, with a new layer, we're setting it on to add. We're getting a very warm color. And now here, I'm going in. You can also desaturate it if your add layer, because I don't really like to go in and lower my opacity. So instead what I like to do is I just like to desaturate and lower the brightness of the color that I'm using on my add layer. In there, just, fade it in and then just smudge the bottom of it so that kind of blends out. And then you could use your eraser to then go in and just draw like random shapes. You could just draw a square, but I try to keep the lines curved just so that I could try to like show some 3D effect. It's a good idea to keep the lines curved. That way it shows that, oh, the eye is round, it's not flat like you're fucking okay, never mind, I'm not gonna make fun of bodies. Anyways, moving on. You know what? I'm surprised I didn't get canceled yet. Honestly, I think I'm one of the most like cancelable gotcha tubers. Like, listen to me talk. I want to be canceled. All right. Okay. Anyways, I'm just kidding. So draw an outline of like whatever color you want. I chose a dark green, then I just filled it in with white, and you could also do yellow. You could do, wow, my voice. Give me a second. Am I gonna edit that out? No. Why? Because I'm lazy as shit. Anyways. So now I just like to go in with a very saturated blue or red or yellow, whatever color you want. I just chose blue because complementary to yellow, which I like. And I threw pink in there because I like pink. Pink is pretty. And if anyone thinks otherwise, okay, never mind. I'm not adding pink because pink is disgusting. Anyway, I am so goddamn decisive, bro. Okay. So I'm just going in with the lighter color at the bottom just to like, you know, fill in a little space just to make it more detailed. Just adding more unnecessary detail. Creating a new layer, setting it on overlay once again, and having a dark blue color. I like to do this to darken up the spots that I think should be darker. It's like adjusting your contrast, but controlling where you want the contrast. Yeah, and then you could also use it for like brighter colors at the bottom of stuff, like wherever you want it lighter, wherever you want it darker. I always like to use an overlay layer at the very end because I feel like it really helps tie things together and like make things pop out more. Speaking of not being canceled, so many people were saying, oh no, the gacha community, it's so problematic, people are getting canceled all the time. It's like, I'm surprised I'm not canceled yet. Am I just too irrelevant to be canceled? Oh god, I'm surprised. I feel like I have 0 haters. But then again, who would hate me? I'm so egotistical. Anyways, that is the end. Thank you so much for watching, and see ya.